guys, my name is Maanya. Welcome to my channel and today I'm going to discuss with you about the science chapter 2 microorganisms friend and foe part 1. Okay, let's see the introduction to this chapter. There are living organisms around us which we cannot see. These are called microorganisms or microbes. Microorganisms are microscopic organisms that cannot be seen with the naked eye. These organisms are usually unicellular in nature. So unicellular in the sense single-celled. So before we move on to the next slide, I want to share two activities. The first one is you have to collect some moist soil from the field in a beaker and you have to add water to it. So after the soil particles land and settle down at the bottom of the beaker, you have to take a drop of water and put it on a glass slide and see it through the microscope. So if you do that, you find tiny organisms moving here and there around. The next activity is take a few drops of water from the pond, spread it on a glass slide and observe through the microscope. So in that also you find tiny organisms moving around. So these observations show that water and soil are full of tiny microorganisms. So some microorganisms such as fungus that grows on bread can be seen with a magnifying glass. Others cannot be seen without the help of a microscope. That is why these are called microorganisms or microbes. So without microscope, you cannot see many microorganisms. Only some microorganisms such as fungus that grows on bread, you can see with a magnifying glass. Microbes are classified into 4 groups: protozoa, bacteria, fungi, and algae. So viruses are also microscopic, but they are different from the microorganisms. They reproduce only inside the cells of the host organism, which may be a bacterium or plant or animal. So if it doesn't have a living thing, it cannot be alive. Let's see about protozoa. Protozoa are single-celled microscopic animals. Few examples are amoeba, paramecium, etc. So these are the pictures of protozoa. Now let's see about bacteria. Bacteria are unicellular prokaryotic microorganisms. Some bacteria are useful for humans, while some of them can be harmful. So example of useful bacteria is, so you want to turn milk into curd. When you turn milk into curd, you cannot just turn it without bacteria. You need some bacteria to do that. So the bacteria is the thing that converts milk to curd. And the harmful side is diseases. So many bacteria can cause diseases. There are 4 major types in bacteria: Bacillus, Vibrio, Spirilla, and Coccus. So here are the pictures of bacteria. Now let's go to fungi. Fungi are parasitic organisms. They are mostly multicellular and not microscopic. However, yeast is a unicellular and microscopic organism. It is different from the others. So here are pictures of fungi. Now let's move on to algae. Algae are useful, usually aquatic in nature. So in the corners where it's very moist and you find a lot of water, you can see a green colored thick layer on the walls, right? That is nothing but algae. They contain cell wall and chlorophyll that can make their own food by photosynthesis. Algae can be unicellular or multicellular. Example, seaweed. So here's a picture of algae. Now let's see about viruses. Viruses are organisms that possess nucleic acid but lack the replicating machinery. Thus, a virus cannot survive without a living cell. Viruses are also considered to be a borderline between living and non-living entities. A few examples are influenza virus influenza virus, HIV, rabies virus, and you can add coronavirus also. So here are pictures of viruses. So that's all I have today. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.